Beautiful ignited souls, welcome. I am Crime Queen, your partner in crime, and we are ready for a new creation. And I am going to attempt to make this sacrifice template as simple as possible. And this may take many stages because the sacrifice, of course, if you can imagine someone dying on a cross or whatever it is, and all the stories that we have had, it's not just one little something, but the template that we have been working from. I'm going to do the very first part of this template and to really show how we came about the template or give a little about it. As I say, it's like I'm going to say numerology for beginners. So I'm going to implement these in along the more in-depth videos that I have been doing. So in case you are new to numerology, you'll be able to grasp the essence of what is being said or whatever is being conveyed. So you can actually be part of it and grow like all of us are. And I'm sure even without that, you are growing as well. But this is what we are going to do. So as Crime Queen, this is what we do. We, as we say, we break down the barriers, and the barriers have been broken, or the bars have been put down. It's just that we have been so programmed to looking for something as physical or so, or something we can comprehend. But we need to ask the gods, which we'll cover, ask the gods and goddesses to help us navigate ourselves in all these in all these teachings, so we understand this. So we are working on sacrifice template. The sacrifice template derived from the story of Jesus Christ, who died on the cross, and the story that has permeated particularly the Western culture, so in Christianity. Now I am backed on this teaching or this series through my own experience of trying to understand how a teaching could impact so many people, yet in the same spectrum or in the same teaching, it seemed to divide so many people, or equally divide people, in the sense of everyone using the Bible or religions are saying, we've got the truth, you haven't, we have the truth. No, I'll show you this. And everyone can seem to get a text from the Bible to validate their point. So I became more curious. Even if I had read the scriptures, I became more curious about what power, what word, what construct, what is it about that book. So it was in the month of, I think it might have been about the 23rd of March, but I remember it was very near it was near Easter time. It was Easter time. And I thought, okay, I'm just going to do a video around Easter. And that is being the start of this journey. And that was in 2017, if I'm correct. So this is how powerful the scriptures is. It grabbed me and it has not released me. And I am not in a hurry to be released either. So there we are. It's the sacrifice. Now I'll just take you step by step on this journey. Let's put this in, step by step on this journey, and hopefully you will get it. So when I'm speaking about things that are more intricate or of hidden depth, and I will speak of the gods as we go along as well. So let's call these numerology for beginners, or numerology and spirituality for beginners. That's what I think we're going to call this. Okay, so we have sacrifice. You can see this. What it is in numerology, you use the in Pythagorean numerology, so that is it derived from Pythagoras, the mathematician, philosopher, and so on. Or so who came up with this, or who it is claimed, or the earliest learning we have of this is of him in the sense of this numerology. The numbers go from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are the numbers. I like to put this a little bit just to make it more readable so you can see how I usually have it and understand it. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So numbers go from 1 to 9. That means if you were, for instance, like you wanted to work out your life path number and you were the 4th of the 12th month, say 1980, you can count all the digits together until, so for instance, there's two ways of doing it. So you could add these two digits together, which would be 3. 1 plus 2 is 3. You can also do 1 plus 9 is 10. So 10 would be 1. We do not count the 0 here. And you could also add 8 plus 0, which is 8. So you'd have this here. Then you would count all these digits, bring this 4 here, count all these together till you get one single digit. So this is 7, 8, 8 plus 8 is 16. 16, then you further add 1 plus 6, 1 plus 6, and this gives us 7. So that's the rule of numerology. However, I will say that when we have been working and finding out the intricacies of different things, we work sometimes with the double digits to understand what it's like. If you saw the number 16, you know, yes, 16 is 7. But however, it's like 16 is giving you the dynamics of that 7, how that 7 came about. So it didn't come about as 3 and 4, 3 plus 4, but it came by 1 and 6. So when you understand that, it's almost like saying having a condition, but you understand what brought on the condition. Okay, something to that effect. So this is part 1 of this numerology. Now, numerology works with numbers and letters, the alphabet. So we are going to use a contrast for, let's just go with this here. So it is like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. It's 26 letters. So we can see 26 letters. While I'm doing this, one of the things that happen is information just pause, because 26 is considered the number of God. 2 plus 6 is 8. And just to give you an idea, so God would be God, and it would be 764. So this is 17. 1 plus 7 is 8. So just to share this with you, because we are doing spirituality and we are doing, of course, there is God. It's like God wanted to pop out in this session here. So okay, in this. So here we have this here. Now, this is the sacrifice template. We call it the sacrifice template. Why we call it the sacrifice template? Because a lot of the things that we have been experiencing, or the presentations that we have had, it seemed like all of life is around the sacrifice. And this was the message that was being reiterated more and more as we go along. You know, sacrifice is that it's like not necessarily saying that you have to suffer something, but it's always like giving up something to have something else, or to um yeah, it's about something is behind you and you're moving forward to something else, so you have to consciously leave something behind. It's like leaving your warm bed, going to work, or having a lovely meal, but you still have to wash the dishes, which you may not really enjoy. And so it's just showing the sacrifice is like a word that portrays the movement, the living of something, and the feeling of, being conscious about living something that you were attached to, or you liked, or you love, but you have to move forward to something else. So that's what sacrifice is really meaning here. Now, I have done a lot on the word sacrifice to really break down like the sack, break it down in syllables, sack, and like there's a reef and there's ice. So these I will introduce on later again, but it's just to show you that the depth of where we go and how we have been instructed, or indicate the depth rather. So we work with the 9 numbers. It's like 9 cycles. And so because each letter has a numerical value, and you can see, I'll just get a pointer. So meaning B has a value of 2, K has a value of 2, T has a value of 2. Likewise is C. Everything on the C is that C value is free value, or free, right? Free is here, C is free, L is free, U is free. Now 4, we have D is 4, M is 4, V is 4. W is 5, N is 5, E is 5. Here we have F is 6, O is 6, X is 6. 7, here 7 is G, here, so we say G is 7, P is 7, Y is 7. H is 8, Q is 8, Z is 8. Then we have I is 9, R is 9. This is how numerology works here. Now, we have here, as it happens to be, 9 letters for the word sacrifice, meaning each of these are coinciding with the number 9, which is numerology. We also have done the numerical value for the word sacrifice. So we'll do this in color, which is 1, 1, 3, 9, 9, 6, 9, 3, 5. So you understand how we have these digits here, because each of these correspond. S is here, A is here, C is here, C is here, and so on. So this is how we have this template. Now, again, we call this template to numerology, or numerology and spirituality. I'm going to leave this here, and I want you to join me again when I show you the creativity through Crime a Queen and the gods that we have on part 2 of the sacrifice template. So I think we call it sacrifice template to numerology and spirituality, or spirituality and numerology, depending on how the gods do this. But this is part 1. I would like you to join us again, and just to conclude here, we can add this here to see what sacrifice is, which is 1, 2, this is 5, and this is 14. This is 23, 29, 38, 39, 41, 46. So sacrifice comes to 46. Now we can do a lot with 46 because that'll continue. In fact, on the others, I'll show you what we'll do. But we'll add 4 plus 6 because that's what it is. We get to a single digit. This is 10. Again, 10 would be 1. So this is how coinciding or trying to or making sense of the sacrifice is saying that now you are beginning. There's a one is the power, one is everything, one is a new start, one is leader, one is there is a lot I have done on one, and I will cover this again as we go along on just learning the simple steps that we are going to implement here. Do join me again as we say this is 46, this is 10, and to give you a just an understanding about even what one is in this sense. When we do the word perfect, perfect, let's do this. It also comes to one. So join me again. I am Cry McQueen, ready to help you break down the barriers for self-love, because we believe that numerology is the key. It offers the key to unlock those lockdowns, those shutdowns, the barriers, and for our own personal growth. Now you know how to work out your life path number, for instance, and have fun with it. As you go along, you'll understand the meaning of the numbers, and the meaning of the numbers will be like mirrors to you. You'll be able to say, oh, this is what I am. I can relate to that. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna aspire to that because this is how I'm born to do. So thank you very much. I am Cry McQueen. Do join me again as we dig in deep once more in numerology and spirituality. Stay ignited and united. Thank you.